Theta notation decides whether the upper and lower bounds of a given function are the same. We say Fn is theta of Gn if and only if there exists constant C1, C2 and N0 such that C1 dot Gn is less than or equal to Fn is less than or equal to C2 dot Gn for every n greater than equal to n. Another way to write this, Fn is theta of Gn if and only if Fn is big O of Gn and Fn is big omega of Gn. Since big O means less than or equal to and big omega means greater than or equal to, intersection it would mean equal to. Graphically this would be represented as the x-axis represents the input size and y-axis represent time complexity. There can be certain behavior up to a point and not, and after the point C2.gn then Fn is less than C2.gn and C1.gn is less than Fn. If we are to solve a question, we can either solve for both of these or we can solve using this and we have to find three constants C1, C2 and N0. If we can find all three constants, then Fn is theta of Gn. Now let's see some questions on time complexity in general. In the question given is time complexity of a function t as n square by 2 plus 3n. We ignore constant factors, it become n square plus n, and then we ignore lower order terms, it become n square. So the time complexity of Tn is actually n square. Now the first option is time complexity of t is big O of n. Big O means less than or equal to n. Now n square is not less than or equal to n, hence the option number A is false. Option number B says time complexity of n is big omega of n. Big omega means greater than or equal to n. N square is greater than n, hence option number B is true. Option number C is theta of n square is same as n square, which is true. And option number D is big O of n cube, which means less than or equal to n cube. N square is less than n cube, hence option number D is also correct. Consider the following equality. Sum of I cube for I is equal to 0 to n is x and the following choices for x. Which one is correct? Now we know that sum of cubes of number 0 cube plus 1 cube plus 2 cube up to n cube is x, which can be written as n square plus n plus 1 square into n plus 1 square by 4, which is n to the power 4. Time complexity for summation of cubes is n to the power 4. First one says it is same as n to the power 4. True. Second is same to the as n to the power 5. False. Second, same as n to the power cube. False. And fourth one is big omega. Big omega means greater than or equal to n cube. N to the power 4 is more than n cube, so option number D is also correct. Which one of the following is true? First is n plus k to the power m. We have to find this time complexity and check whether it is same as theta of n to the power m. N plus k to the power m. We have to ignore constant factors, so we'll ignore k and this will become n to the power m. And since there is theta of n to the power m, so option number A is true. Option number B says 2 to the power n plus 1, which can be written as 2 to the power n into 2. When we ignore constant factors, it becomes 2 to the power n. Here it says big O of 2 to the power n, which means less than or equal to. Since there is equal to, which one also be true? Option number C says 2 to the power 2n plus 1, which is 2 to the power 2n into 2. We ignore constant factors. It will become 2 to the power 2n. This is same as 2 to the power n square. We cannot ignore this 2. This is important. 2 to the power n is actually false and option C would not be the correct answer.